The 1000-year Blood War arc is known for several standout events, incredible battles, and the introduction of significant characters with deep roots in the story. Perhaps the most prominent example we have is Ichibei, the Shinigami with a history older than all the worlds of BLEACH combined. He is a character who has a history of all the Soul Society and the greatest secrets related to Ryu, the Soul King, and also has the power of blackness, and who named many phenomena in the Soul Society. So, what is his connection to Zanpakuto? And is he the one who names the Zanpakuto techniques for every Shinigami? Hey guys, it's me Simo Orahara, and in this video we'll dive again into some of Kubo's answers regarding the names of the Zanpakuto techniques. Unfortunately this time guys, the question Kubo answered weren't as significant compared to the previous week's questions, which opened a lot of debates about Stark's true identity and Aizen's connection to Kiski's past. But you know that's not important now, since the next week the anime will return, and each episode will undoubtedly bring back tons of information and moments that will revive deeper discussions about the plot. So back guys to one of the questions directed to Kubo. This fan asked him, it's been said that Ichibei is the one who names everything, but how does he name the Zanpakuto techniques? Are they derived from the Zanpakuto names itself? Kubo answered that usually the abilities of the Zanpakuto are named by the spirit of the Zanpakuto itself. And if we go back to the fan's question guys, it is based on what Ichibei told Rinji in chapter 564. Ichibei had informed Rinji that his Zanpakuto didn't tell him the full Bankai's name, and only part of it. Of course Rinji was shocked. How could someone else know such detail? We know that the relationship between a Shinigami and their Zanpakuto is personal, and no third party can know their secrets. However, Ichibei, just by looking at Rinji's Zanpakuto, knew that Zamibaru hadn't told him the full truth, which is terrifying in my opinion. How does Ichibei possess this ability to know things even the owner of the Zanpakuto doesn't know anything about them? So, Ichibei's knowledge guys comes from his ability to know the true names of something. And he said Ryu gave him the title Manako Osho. That's why he's the one who named many things in the Soul Society, including the Zanpakuto, the first release Shikai, and their second release Bankai. And these facts are now well known. However, the next point is what I find important, mysterious, and also frightening. Ichibei has the ability to know all the names of the Zanpakuto, even before they are given to their owners. And this is, guys, wow. As any Shinigami who meets Ichibei would find themselves in a difficult position, since he already has certain information about their Zanpakuto. And despite this guys, as Kubo mentioned, in the end it's not Ichibei who names the abilities of the Zanpakuto, it is the Zanpakuto itself that names its techniques, which makes sense, as the Zanpakuto is the one with those abilities and thus would know the most appropriate names for them. And maybe the best example we have is how Ichigo first gained his Shinigami powers and how he first unleashed the Getsuga Tensho in his fight against Byakuya. Urahara Kiski put Ichigo through a holification process to awaken his Shinigami powers. Urahara at the time had no control over the outcome. Everything depended on Ichigo and what happened in his inner world. Of course, the old man Zangetsu played a huge role in helping Ichigo to awaken his Shinigami powers. And even though the old man represents Ichigo's Quincy powers, he is also a part of Ichigo's Zanpakuto. Both he and White make up Zangetsu. Therefore guys, he too knows all the secrets and the abilities of Zangetsu. And as you know, when Ichigo awakened his Shinigami powers again, Urahara placed him in a specific training, explaining that Ichigo needed to know the name of his Zanpakuto, and this is something only Ichigo and Zangetsu could do, not Urahara. And I believe that if Ichibei had been in this situation, he could have told Ichigo that his Zanpakuto's name was Zangetsu. Ichibei was, after all, responsible for preventing the old man from revealing his true name, Yuabach. But there is also a big difference between knowing the name and creating it. It seems that the Zanpakuto itself chooses its name and also its abilities, and this is why Ichigo was able to use Getsuga Tensho for the first time without any issues. As Ichigo said, Orohara only taught him how to control his mental state, and the rest, like using the Zanpakuto's abilities, was up to Ichigo and Zangetsu. And that's why the old man initially relied on White, the Shinigami powers, to show Ichigo the power of Zangetsu, the sword. But even at that moment, neither White nor the old man Zangetsu had yet taught Ichigo the Zanpakuto's technique, or its name. However, when Ichigo trained for Bankai and could activate the Getsuga Tensho at will without difficulty, the old man told him it was a time to reveal the name of this technique, as saying the name could significantly increase the power, and he told him that the technique was called Getsuga Tensho. Therefore, Kubo's answer goes with what the old man Zangetsu said. But now I have a question about Getsuga Tensho itself. If the Zanpakuto names its own abilities, what we can say about the Zanpakuto of Isshin, Ingetsu, and Zangetsu? Both of them have the same technique name, Getsuga Tensho. Could the blood connection between Isshin and Ichigo, as well as the fact that they are both from Shiba family, have something to do with this? Because it seems unlikely that they would both come up with the name without some kind of bond between them, especially considering how we've seen before that there is what we can call the Zanpakuto awareness between the swords themselves. We saw Zamibaro talk about Zangetsu, or Kazashini describe White and other Zanpakutos. And since guys were talking about the Zanpakuto and how it chooses its abilities, we can also use another example related to Kyorako Zanpakuto, Katen Kyokatsu. Kyorako Zanpakuto sets the rule of the games he fights by, and everyone must follow those rules. And I can't imagine how Ohana and Okyo would create games, names them, and then teach them to Kyorako. And also when Kyorako released his Bankai and the Karamatsu Shinjo attack failed to kill Lilibaro, Ohana told Kyorako that if Karamatsu Shinjo couldn't work, there was nothing else to do, and this shows the extent of the Zanpakuto's understanding of its techniques, powers, and limitations. So guys, what do you think about this answer of Kubo and the names of the technique of the Zanpakuto in general? Tell me guys your opinions in the comments, and see you in my next video.